Whether or not you agree with Toy Story 5 being made, there's one theory that explains how the franchise could end, and it's perfect.
So long, partner.
Welcome to 30's Feedback, folks. So, Toy Story 5 could possibly be the end of the franchise, and if it is, there's potential for a highly emotional finale. So far, little is known about the fourth Toy Story sequel, so there are various avenues that the movie could explore. However, there's one option in particular that would be almost impossible to improve upon. As such, the entire Toy Story series could draw to a natural conclusion as the credits roll on the upcoming Pixar movie. The Toy Story movies began in 1995, with the first film being the first feature-length production to be animated entirely with CGI. Pixar's groundbreaking achievement has resulted in all four Toy Story movies that have been released being wildly successful. The Toy Story 4 cast featured many returning actors from the first three movies, but also introduced new characters. However, it's two characters from the first Toy Story movie who could hold the key to the saga's perfect ending.
That's the key.
For all the key emotional moments in the Toy Story movies, there are two iconic characters who are yet to have a direct interaction. Woody begins the first movie as Andy's favourite toy, with Andy favouring the toy cowboy over his other playthings. While Woody's status as Andy's favourite changes slightly throughout the movie, this bond between the two characters remains one of the most special parts of the franchise. However, the two are separated for good in Toy Story 3 without Woody ever speaking a word to his owner, and that could be rectified in Toy Story 5. Andy has spoken to Woody several times over the course of the Toy Story movies, but only as a child who would speak to his toys. As part of the unspoken toy code, Woody has never come to life in front of Andy to reply to him. The strong friendship that exists between Woody and Andy is evident, but so far Woody has been either unwilling or unable to verbally return the sentiment. If there were ever a point in the Toy Story timeline for a scene like this, then the fifth and possible final movie would be it. There's a piece of Toy Story lore that isn't addressed very heavily in the movies, and that's whether the toys are capable of speaking to humans or whether turning inanimate in their presence is some form of involuntary reflex. However, there is one very important scene that confirms that this feat is possible. In the first Toy Story movie, Woody helps Sid's toys plan a terrifying confrontation in an effort to make Sid stop his torturous ways. During the sequence, the mutant toys encircle Sid and Woody speaks directly to him.
So play nice.
As such, this scene proves that Woody would be able to converse with Andy. In fact, it actually provides two possible ways in which Woody could say goodbye to his former owner. Most of Woody's speech to Sid is delivered through his electronic voice box and without giving the impression of being alive at all. Therefore, Woody subtly altering one of his famous drawstring catchphrases so that when Andy pulls it, a heartfelt goodbye emerges. The other option would be for Woody to reveal his true nature to Andy and offer a more complete and obvious farewell. Only the ending of the first Toy Story movie implied Pixar's intentions to make a sequel. All the other Toy Story movies ended in a way that could have rounded off the franchise. However, Toy Story 3's ending was highly emotional and effective, so the fourth film arguably diminished the impact of its predecessor. In other words, Toy Story 5 needs to end in such a way that's so memorable that it cannot be topped, nor should an attempt be made. Woody having a two-way conversation with Andy, whatever form the exchange takes, would be an impossible franchise moment to improve upon in terms of endings. Bringing the series back for a sixth installment wouldn't work after such a huge scene. So not only would such a sequence like this give Woody the closure he needs to finally move on from being Andy's toy, but it would also make Toy Story 5 the perfect ending to the animated saga.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.